The Kubota SVL75-3 has gotten even better. Just when you thought it couldn't be done, Kubota went ahead and made some pretty significant changes to the SVL75-3. Kind of sneakily too. They didn't really tell the dealers, they didn't tell the customers. There was no big marketing campaign to say these new features are on the SVL75-3, but they are here. So we're gonna go into those features today, show you what they are, how they're gonna affect the newer machines rolling out, and kind of what you can expect in terms of price increases. So the SVL75-3 was already a fully loaded machine. It came with a full cab, heat, air conditioning, built-in radio, backup camera, keyless entry, high flow, hydraulic quick attach coupler, and a few other things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but they went ahead and added 3 new things without anybody really knowing. They added Kubota Soft Ride, so KSR, something that we typically see in a wheeled skid steer, has always been a dealer installed option on the SVL series, but now it's gonna be factory installed, and all the machines that we order here are gonna come with it standard. There's also gonna be a heated seat, a new seat, so we'll go into that a little bit, and then telematics are gonna be standard on the new SVL75-3. So these machines, we used to order them already fully loaded. We're still gonna continue to do that because we believe that is really the only way to truly get the machine that you want. And anybody who sees these machines, if you're willing to spend $100,000 plus on a skid steer, a few $1,000s extra, $1,000 to $2,000 extra for some features that are really going to change the way you use the machine are really worth it, especially on this caliber of machine. So the price increase for these 3 new features, the telematics, actually doesn't add any cost to this machine. That is a zero charge line item. So it's not going to cost us anything as the dealer. It's not going to cost you anything as the customer. The Kubota Soft Ride and the heated seat, those are ordered together. The total cost extra for that is about $1,200. If you were to get those separately, it would be way, way more. Since the Kubota Soft Ride is installed from the factory, saves a lot on labor charges. That used to be a 4 or 5 hour install from one of our PDI techs. Now, PDI techs here, they're extremely happy. They don't have to do it anymore. Comes right from factory. So if you've never heard of Kubota Soft Ride or you've never had a wheeled skid steer, you might be wondering what KSR is. It's essentially a shock absorber for the front bucket of the tractor, or skid steer I should say, but Kubota has this available on a lot of machines. They have it available on some tractors. Some larger farm tractors have KSR available. Some skid steers have it available, wheeled skid steers, and then compact track loaders, track skid steers have it available now as well. But it's also going to be a factory installed option now. So essentially what it's going to allow you to do is use the front bucket. If you have a big heavy load in that bucket, instead of dropping it, the machine shaking forward and being a really rough ride, it's going to dampen that. So now the loader is going to have a cushion on it. Doesn't sound like a huge deal, but if you're an operator and you're going to be using this for 8 to 10 hours per day, every single day, it makes a huge difference not to get shaken around the inside of that cab. Shock absorber on the loader, it's going to improve the efficiency. It's going to make you want to be in the machine longer. It's going to allow you to work longer hours inside of this machine. So that is a huge game changer. Just that alone justifies the price increase. But then Kubota went ahead and gave you kind of 2 extras in there as well. The first one being the telematics. So if you've seen my video on the telematics, I will link it below, or if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. But essentially what that is it's going to be a Kubota factory GPS unit for this machine. It's going to come standard on all the new SVL75-3s. It allows you to disable the starter on the machine. So if you're in kind of a sketchy area and you don't want the chances of somebody stealing this machine, starting it up, driving it away, you can actually disable the start. If for whatever reason they do get it started, you can also put a geo fence on that as well. So if you know you're only working at 45 Slack Road at B&T MacFarlane and you don't want that machine to get driven down the road, say down Slack Road or down across Ottawa here, you can put a geo fence around the area you want to work at. Second it crosses that line, machine immediately dies, quits, and does not turn on again outside of that geo fence. And again, since it's a GPS tracker, you're able to track the machine. But not only can you track the physical location of the machine, you're able to track all the fluids, the service history, the hours put on it, anything like that. So we see telematics being really handy in people who are on top of their maintenance. You can track it right down to the hour when the maintenance is due. And also rental companies, if you're worried about somebody driving it out of the site that they said they were going to be using it at, you can geofence their site. You can also track the amount of hours they actually use it. So if they only use it a couple of hours, you can charge them accordingly if you're charging by the hour. So the last new feature that Kubota went ahead and did was the new seat option. So the original seat on the SVL75-3 was not a bad seat by any means. It was an air ride, but it had very good suspension in it. You just had to manually crank it up and lower it down depending on your weight. Now you have an air ride seat here. So that's going to be extremely nice, a little bit more comfortable. So you can, there's a little lever right here. You can let air out or fill it up. I just let some air out. It's also heated as well. So a lot of these machines, they do get sold with snowblowers, some kind of snow pusher or a snow blade attachment. So now if you're using this in the winter, a heated seat is extremely nice. One little quirk though, I was driving this machine around in August, extremely hot out, and I didn't know where the heated seat switch is. I was sitting in this machine for about 10-15 minutes playing with all the new features and just playing around with it in general, and I was on fire. I had to get out. I could not find the heated seat switch. So if you buy one of these machines, you're in the same boat as me where you're on fire in here, the heated seat switch is actually behind you on the left. It's a hidden little switch right here, on and off. So if you happen to be in this machine watching this video, that's where it is, because it took me a really long time to find it. I was behind the seat, underneath it, in the screen, everywhere trying to turn it off, and it's really just right beside you, right there. So again, these are the new features, and if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below in the comments. If you need help with parts, sales, or service, give us a call at 613-225-0555. Thank you.